It was quite a few years ago now. My friend Andy and I, we headed up to Waterton Lakes National Park in Canada. It's a joint park with the United States and Canada. Glacier National Park in Montana actually extends into Canada, which is this park. It was an awesome hike. Somebody had told us formerly when we were in Canada to go check this out. It is a very popular hike, by the way. You buy a ticket. They take you across Waterton Lake to the other side, or you can hike around the lake, which is a multi-day hike.
It's really testing my legs. Oh, you dropped something?
Once you're across the lake,
oh man,
it's a bit of a hike. You go up the mountain to this cliff face where we are here. Part of the cliff face they had to drill a tunnel through because it's too technical for the average person to traverse the outside of the cliff. And here you'll see the slope. I apologize in advance. My camera was set up incorrectly. It overexposed the shots, but you see that cliff face there? We traverse that. It's 600 feet to the base on this little ledge we come out on.
I suppose.
This is an exceptionally popular trail. We were passing people the whole way, and they were passing us. The Canadian parks are, I almost want to say, overly loved. There are people everywhere. Our thing has been recently to go as far north as we can to avoid the crowds. Jasper National Park is very famous as well and popular, but the crowds are just a little bit smaller. And I don't know what that is, a day or day and a half drive from here.
What? Oh.
I still have my headlamp on there. My buddy Andy said, hey, your headlamp's on. Turn it off. In just a moment here, you're going to see me grab a cable. I love cables. They're very helpful. I'm scared of heights, so they make me feel a lot more confident. I just want to make mention, this song is royalty free. It's from danosongs.com. You ever get a chance, check him out. You want to make a video, he just asks that you credit him. Pretty cool. Again, I'm terribly sorry for the poor footage quality here. This hike was just so epic, I could not help but put up every bit of me doing the cable traverse. At one point, you may catch it, I step over a sheer vertical drop holding onto the cable. It's not too much farther here, and I am on top, but you still have to traverse what I don't know, I call it the murder wall, like where you could fall to your death. That said, the ground is very stable here, and where I'm at here in Arizona, the ground is loose. If you try to do something like this, there's a small possibility you could slip. But here, it's just like walking on a sidewalk almost.
What?
If if you ever get the chance to do this hike, I am so sorry my camera equipment and my skills back then were not what they are today. I didn't do it any justice. I don't think a camera really could do it any justice. Off to my right hand there is a massive waterfall. As you're hiking up, we didn't capture all of them. There are waterfalls all over the place. You're in a high alpine environment. This is the lake here. My camera lens wasn't wide enough to capture it. We have glacial, these are like little mini glaciers. That's where the snow melts. It does not melt at any time of the year. I think we're there in August. We were there in the summer. My friend Andy and I, we did go up above the trail a little way so we could try and capture that. Now, the left-hand side of this is the United States. And the other side, the north side of that lake, is in Canada. Here I am, I'm a little more confident, but you can definitely see that drop now. Those are very tall pine trees. They're mature, and they just look like little twigs down there.
It isn't as bad as I thought. It's still scary to me, but
despite I'm very embarrassed by the footage, I cannot help but watch this video probably once every few months. I gotta show my friends this trail. It is so cool. And by the way, the boat driver gave a commentary, and he said nobody's ever fallen off this, but a few water bottles have been lost. Now, when I come up here, there's a gentleman I had to commiserate with. He's freaked out. He was really spooked by the heights.
good job, man. Well, you guys don't have to wait for us.
Oh, it's all good.
I rather like the.
Oh, it's not here.
You can.
You guys supposed to
Oh yeah.
here.
Possibly. You'll get to see me shaking now as I go down the other side. And Andy coming through the birth canal.
Pardon our little joke, but we couldn't help ourselves. It is a kind of a tight tunnel. It's not claustrophobic, but you definitely can't stand up in it. This ladder is to make it a little more friendly to come into the tunnel. Andy wanted me to take his picture, so I got his camera there. And in good fashion, I dropped his lens cap.
So I'm gonna use it. Okay. Next leg. Careful with camera. And
Andy is
let me get up the
absolutely
trail just a
fearless
little
with
ways.
heights. They don't even
And
faze
no
him.
worries.
It's
Oh,
like
wait,
some
the camera's
Spider-Man. His
Pause.
cousin must be Alex Honnold. On our way down
We
here,
got a delay on
there's a kid running. I always tell everybody this story. He was running, and there's a switchback here
how
with
good
probably
that'll turn
100-foot or more cliff and waterfall by it. That kid's shoes were untied. His mother was a ways down the trail yet, and he was catching up. Well, he slipped and fell, and his feet slid
probably
out
try and
over
make a
the
trip
edge of the
video or
cliff.
something.
He was still hanging on by his hands. He pulled himself back up onto the trail, went around the other way. He didn't even know what happened.
What?
I hope you enjoyed this. It's a little different than my other videos.
Yeah, I could
I have
put it
some
on
older stuff I just really want to share too. Some really amazing spots.
watch TV
But
though,
I wasn't quite as skilled a photographer at the time.